Discipline will carry you on the days when motivation disappears without warning. Motivation feels powerful, but it fades the moment life becomes uncomfortable. Discipline wakes you up when your mind is begging for more sleep. Motivation waits for the perfect mood. Discipline moves even in pain. Discipline builds success silently, while motivation makes loud promises. When excitement dies, discipline keeps your feet moving forward. Motivation inspires you to start, but discipline forces you to finish. Discipline chooses consistency over comfort every single day. When no one is watching, discipline still shows up. Motivation asks, do you feel like it? Discipline says, do it anyway. Discipline trains your future, while motivation only excites the present. On your weakest days, discipline becomes your strongest weapon. Motivation fades with emotions. Discipline stands firm with commitment. Discipline doesn't wait for confidence. It creates it through action. In the end, discipline takes you places motivation could never reach. Discipline is the decision you make when emotions try to control you. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays and works. Discipline moves forward even when progress feels invisible. Motivation loves beginnings. Discipline survives the middle. Discipline trains you to act without waiting for inspiration. Motivation feels good. Discipline builds strength. Discipline does not negotiate with excuses. Motivation fades when results are slow. Discipline keeps promises you made to yourself. Motivation reacts, discipline commits. Discipline grows through routine and sacrifice. Motivation depends on mood. Discipline depends on values. Discipline sharpens focus when distractions attack. Motivation may light the fire. Discipline keeps it burning. Discipline wins when motivation walks away. Discipline is choosing purpose over pleasure every single day. Motivation whispers comfort. Discipline demands growth. Discipline pushes you through boredom and repetition. Motivation enjoys applause. Discipline accepts loneliness. Discipline builds habits while motivation builds hype. Motivation wants results fast. Discipline understands time. Discipline stays when results are delayed. Motivation celebrates effort. Discipline demands execution. Discipline works quietly while others sleep. Motivation wants recognition. Discipline wants results. Discipline sacrifices today for tomorrow. Motivation starts strong. Discipline ends strong. Discipline remains steady through failure. Motivation leaves when pain arrives. Discipline transforms pain into progress. Discipline is showing up when excuses feel reasonable. Motivation disappears when challenges grow heavy. Discipline trains the mind to obey goals. Motivation obeys feelings. Discipline controls them. Discipline moves in silence and consistency. Motivation waits for perfect conditions. Discipline creates momentum from nothing. Motivation needs excitement to function. Discipline repeats effort without complaining. Motivation avoids discomfort. Discipline sharpens resilience through struggle. Motivation weakens when fear appears. Discipline strengthens courage through action. Motivation depends on hope. Discipline depends on commitment. Discipline is built when nobody is cheering for you. Motivation loves crowds and praise. Discipline works in empty rooms. Motivation loves intensity. Discipline loves endurance. Discipline survives rejection and setbacks. Motivation collapses under pressure. Discipline does what must be done. Motivation does what feels good. Discipline respects the process. Motivation wants shortcuts. Discipline trusts repetition. Motivation seeks novelty. Discipline turns effort into mastery. Motivation turns effort into excitement. Discipline carries you to the finish line. Discipline wakes you before sunrise without complaint. Motivation presses the snooze button. Discipline follows structure, not feelings. Motivation follows emotion. Discipline builds a strong foundation. Motivation decorates the surface. Discipline trains patience. Motivation demands quick rewards. Discipline moves forward unnoticed. Motivation waits for validation. Discipline grows stronger in silence. Motivation grows weaker without praise. Discipline makes success inevitable. Motivation makes success optional. Discipline wins over time. Discipline remains firm when progress is slow. Motivation disappears when results delay. Discipline understands long journeys. Motivation prefers short paths. Discipline works through doubt. Motivation needs confidence first. Discipline creates belief through action. Motivation waits for belief to appear. Discipline survives mental fatigue. Motivation avoids exhaustion. Discipline builds mental toughness. Motivation builds temporary excitement. Discipline accepts sacrifice. Motivation fears sacrifice. Discipline leads to transformation. Discipline chooses effort over excuses. Motivation negotiates with comfort. Discipline trains your future self. Motivation entertains your present self. Discipline stands strong in uncertainty. Motivation weakens without clarity. Discipline follows systems. Motivation follows feelings. Discipline works even without hope. Motivation collapses without hope. Discipline sharpens focus daily. Motivation loses focus easily. Discipline creates consistency. Motivation creates bursts. Discipline builds greatness. Discipline is doing hard things repeatedly. Motivation prefers easy wins. Discipline respects discipline itself. Motivation respects comfort. Discipline builds character. Motivation builds confidence temporarily. Discipline works without excitement. Motivation needs excitement to act. Discipline creates unstoppable momentum. Motivation creates short-lived energy. Discipline grows stronger under pressure. Motivation disappears under pressure. Discipline turns struggle into strength. Motivation turns struggle into quitting. Discipline defines champions. Discipline is self-control in action. Motivation is emotion in motion. Discipline commits without conditions. Motivation sets conditions. Discipline stays when things go wrong. Motivation leaves when things feel wrong. Discipline obeys goals. Motivation obeys moods. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Motivation breaks promises easily. Discipline thrives on routine. Motivation hates routine. Discipline develops mastery. Motivation develops interest. Discipline shapes destiny. Discipline is a daily choice, not a feeling. Motivation is a feeling, not a plan. Discipline demands consistency. Motivation demands excitement. Discipline sharpens discipline itself. Motivation fades without rewards. Discipline trains the mind to endure. Motivation trains the mind to expect ease. Discipline works through pain. Motivation avoids pain. Discipline accepts reality. Motivation escapes reality. Discipline strengthens willpower. Motivation weakens under pressure. Discipline creates results. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Motivation only shows you the dream. Discipline walks the long road toward it. Motivation loves starting new things. Discipline finishes what was started. Discipline stays loyal to the plan. Motivation gets distracted by comfort. Discipline works when passion is gone. Motivation needs excitement to move. Discipline moves without emotion. Discipline builds strength through repetition. Motivation fades after inspiration. Discipline keeps going through silence. Motivation seeks noise and praise. Discipline delivers results. Discipline is self-respect in action. Motivation is desire without structure. Discipline chooses responsibility over excuses. Motivation chooses comfort over effort. Discipline trains consistency daily. Motivation comes in waves. Discipline shows up tired. Motivation waits to feel energized. Discipline creates momentum slowly. Motivation loses momentum quickly. Discipline grows with pressure. Motivation breaks under pressure. Discipline turns struggle into skill. Motivation turns struggle into stress. Discipline shapes strong minds. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Motivation depends on how you feel. Discipline respects time. Motivation wastes time waiting. Discipline builds systems that work. Motivation depends on emotions. Discipline stays patient in chaos. Motivation reacts emotionally. Discipline sacrifices pleasure. Motivation seeks pleasure. Discipline grows silently. Motivation needs attention. Discipline pushes through resistance. Motivation avoids resistance. Discipline wins long term. Discipline is choosing progress over comfort. Motivation prefers comfort with excuses. Discipline does the boring work. Motivation avoids boring effort. Discipline repeats the same action daily. Motivation looks for variety. Discipline trusts the process. Motivation questions the process. Discipline works without applause. Motivation wants recognition. Discipline turns effort into excellence. Motivation turns effort into emotion. Discipline survives failure. Motivation fears failure. Discipline builds success quietly. Discipline is strength when motivation is weak. Motivation is weak when discipline is missing. Discipline controls the mind. Motivation follows the mind. Discipline creates order. Motivation creates excitement. Discipline wakes you early. Motivation lets you sleep. Discipline builds discipline itself. Motivation disappears with fatigue. Discipline stands firm in storms. Motivation runs from storms. Discipline turns pain into power. Motivation turns pain into quitting. Discipline defines greatness. Discipline is doing what must be done. Motivation is doing what feels good. Discipline respects commitment. Motivation respects comfort. Discipline stays focused. Motivation gets distracted. Discipline builds momentum slowly. Motivation loses momentum fast. Discipline works through doubt. Motivation waits for confidence. Discipline strengthens willpower. Motivation weakens under pressure. Discipline accepts sacrifice. Motivation avoids sacrifice. Discipline leads to mastery. Discipline is action without emotion. Motivation is emotion without action. Discipline chooses structure. Motivation chooses feeling. Discipline builds habits. Motivation builds excitement. Discipline stays calm under stress. Motivation panics under stress. Discipline works when no one is watching. Motivation works when people are watching. Discipline creates inner strength. Motivation depends on outer energy. Discipline respects patience. Motivation demands speed. Discipline builds legacy. Discipline is the silent force of success. Motivation is the loud spark of beginning. Discipline works in darkness. Motivation shines briefly. Discipline continues without reward. Motivation needs reward quickly. Discipline grows with routine. Motivation hates routine. Discipline sharpens focus daily. Motivation loses focus easily. Discipline stands tall in failure. Motivation falls in failure. Discipline learns from mistakes. Motivation fears mistakes. Discipline creates champions. Discipline is loyalty to your future. Motivation is excitement of the present. Discipline chooses growth over comfort. Motivation chooses ease over effort. Discipline does not argue. Motivation negotiates. Discipline shows up every day. Motivation shows up sometimes. Discipline builds confidence slowly. Motivation builds confidence briefly. Discipline keeps promises. Motivation breaks promises. Discipline survives disappointment. Motivation avoids disappointment. Discipline wins eventually. Discipline is what remains when motivation dies. Motivation disappears when life gets hard. Discipline stands firm under pressure. Motivation fades under pressure. Discipline respects long-term vision. Motivation chases short-term feelings. Discipline trains the mind to obey. Motivation trains the mind to feel. Discipline turns effort into destiny. Motivation turns effort into emotion. Discipline accepts pain as growth. Motivation rejects pain. Discipline never needs permission. Motivation waits for permission. Discipline takes you where motivation never can. Discipline is commitment even when results are invisible. Motivation only reacts to visible progress. Discipline keeps moving in darkness. Motivation needs light to walk. Discipline trains patience daily. Motivation rushes for reward. Discipline obeys purpose. Motivation obeys mood. Discipline survives uncertainty. Motivation fears uncertainty. Discipline builds resilience. Motivation avoids resistance. Discipline works without applause. Motivation seeks applause. Discipline builds the future. Discipline is choosing long-term pain over short-term comfort. Motivation chooses comfort first. Discipline accepts the grind. Motivation avoids the grind. Discipline stays when boredom hits. Motivation leaves when excitement fades. Discipline grows through repetition. Motivation looks for variety. Discipline respects time and effort. Motivation underestimates time. Discipline strengthens mental endurance. Motivation weakens under pressure. Discipline turns effort into habit. Motivation turns effort into emotion. Discipline creates consistency. Discipline is discipline even on bad days. Motivation disappears on bad days. Discipline does not wait to feel ready. Motivation waits for readiness. Discipline forces action. Motivation waits for inspiration. Discipline builds unstoppable habits. Motivation builds temporary energy. Discipline pushes through discomfort. Motivation avoids discomfort. Discipline stays loyal to goals. Motivation switches goals easily. Discipline develops self-control. Motivation depends on excitement. Discipline builds winners. Discipline is power when no one sees you. Motivation wants to be seen. Discipline works in silence. Motivation works in noise. Discipline values routine. Motivation hates routine. Discipline trains focus. Motivation loses focus. Discipline stands strong in chaos. Motivation panics in chaos. Discipline accepts responsibility. Motivation blames circumstances. Discipline builds mental armor. Motivation breaks under pressure. Discipline creates stability. Discipline is saying no to comfort today. Motivation says maybe tomorrow. Discipline does the hard work first. Motivation delays hard work. Discipline stays consistent. Motivation works occasionally. Discipline trains discipline. Motivation drains energy. Discipline works tired. Motivation waits for energy. Discipline chooses effort daily. Motivation chooses ease daily. Discipline builds inner strength. Motivation builds temporary confidence. Discipline shapes success. Discipline is obeying the plan. Motivation is chasing feelings. Discipline respects structure. Motivation resists structure. Discipline shows up on time. Motivation shows up when inspired. Discipline grows stronger with repetition. Motivation weakens with repetition. Discipline handles boredom. Motivation escapes boredom. Discipline develops patience. Motivation demands speed. Discipline stays the course. Motivation changes direction. Discipline finishes. Discipline is focus under pressure. Motivation is emotion under pressure. Discipline keeps calm. Motivation overacts. Discipline trusts systems. Motivation trusts feelings. Discipline creates progress slowly. Motivation expects instant progress. Discipline works without excitement. Motivation needs excitement. Discipline accepts failure as training. Motivation fears failure. Discipline adapts and grows. Motivation quits and complains. Discipline wins over time. Discipline is a promise kept daily. Motivation is a promise often broken. Discipline shows up even tired. Motivation rests when tired. Discipline values consistency. Motivation values intensity. Discipline grows stronger quietly. Motivation grows weaker loudly. Discipline respects effort. Motivation chases rewards. Discipline stays loyal to vision. Motivation loses vision. Discipline creates unstoppable momentum. Motivation creates short bursts. Discipline leads success. Discipline is commitment without emotion. Motivation is emotion without commitment. Discipline builds self-control. Motivation builds excitement. Discipline acts through fear. Motivation waits for courage. Discipline keeps pushing. Motivation looks for comfort. Discipline sharpens the mind. Motivation clouds the mind. Discipline accepts sacrifice. Motivation avoids sacrifice. Discipline respects patience. Motivation hates waiting. Discipline shapes destiny. Discipline is effort on repeat. Motivation is effort on mood. Discipline works regardless of feeling. Motivation works selectively. Discipline builds structure. Motivation builds hype. Discipline stays grounded. Motivation floats away. Discipline creates mental toughness. Motivation creates excitement. Discipline grows with challenge. Motivation shrinks with challenge. Discipline completes its missions. Motivation starts missions. Discipline finishes strong. Discipline is staying when quitting feels logical. Motivation quits when things get hard. Discipline holds the line. Motivation retreats. Discipline respects responsibility. Motivation seeks relief. Discipline grows in resistance. Motivation collapses in resistance. Discipline keeps promises to self. Motivation breaks them. Discipline develops inner power. Motivation depends on outer energy. Discipline builds consistency. Motivation builds excitement. Discipline delivers results. Discipline is structure that protects your goals. Motivation is emotion that distracts from them. Discipline forces progress. Motivation suggests progress. Discipline moves through discomfort. Motivation avoids discomfort. Discipline stays patient. Motivation gets frustrated. Discipline trains endurance. Motivation trains hope. Discipline grows from routine. Motivation grows from novelty. Discipline stands strong alone. Motivation needs support. Discipline creates success. Discipline is action before confidence. Motivation waits for confidence. Discipline builds belief through work. Motivation depends on belief. Discipline respects time. Motivation wastes time. Discipline stays consistent. Motivation stays emotional. Discipline accepts pain. Motivation rejects pain. Discipline creates mastery. Motivation creates interest. Discipline sharpens focus. Motivation scatters focus. Discipline wins always. Discipline is mental strength on demand. Motivation is emotional strength on occasion. Discipline shows up daily. Motivation shows up randomly. Discipline builds habits. Motivation builds excitement. Discipline trusts the grind. Motivation questions the grind. Discipline moves in silence. Motivation seeks noise. Discipline grows stronger under pressure. Motivation fades under pressure. Discipline finishes tasks. Motivation starts tasks. Discipline defines success. Discipline is obedience to purpose. Motivation is obedience to feeling. Discipline keeps direction. Motivation loses direction. Discipline trains the mind. Motivation entertains the mind. Discipline works tired. Motivation rests tired. Discipline grows stronger with effort. Motivation weakens with effort. Discipline respects commitment. Motivation resists commitment. Discipline builds legacy. Motivation builds moments. Discipline lasts forever. Discipline is power without excitement. Motivation is excitement without power. Discipline accepts routine, but motivation hates routine. Discipline creates long-term growth. Motivation creates short-term energy. Discipline stays calm. Motivation reacts emotionally. Discipline trains focus daily. Motivation loses focus quickly. Discipline endures pain. Motivation escapes pain. Discipline produces results. Motivation produces feelings. Discipline leads forward. Discipline is the quiet engine of success. Motivation is the loud spark at the start. Discipline runs daily. Motivation burns quickly. Discipline fuels consistency. Motivation fuels excitement. Discipline survives boredom. Motivation avoids boredom. Discipline pushes through resistance. Motivation avoids resistance. Discipline strengthens resilience. Motivation weakens resilience. Discipline turns work into mastery. Motivation turns work into emotion. Discipline wins silently. Discipline is staying focused on bad days. Motivation disappears on bad days. Discipline works without energy. Motivation waits for energy. Discipline trains mental control. Motivation follows emotion. Discipline grows through hardship. Motivation shrinks in hardship. Discipline builds toughness. Motivation builds excitement. Discipline commits fully. Motivation hesitates. Discipline continues forward. Motivation steps back. Discipline shapes champions. Discipline is structure for success. Motivation is emotion for starting. Discipline carries consistency. Motivation carries excitement. Discipline works through doubt. Motivation needs confidence. Discipline respects the process. Motivation rushes the process. Discipline sharpens discipline itself. Motivation fades quickly. Discipline stands firm alone. Motivation needs support. Discipline turns effort into excellence. Motivation turns effort into hype. Discipline dominates time. Discipline is what remains when motivation is gone. Motivation leaves when comfort calls. Discipline answers duty. Motivation answers feeling. Discipline builds strength daily. Motivation builds excitement briefly. Discipline accepts struggle as growth. Motivation avoids struggle. Discipline moves forward regardless. Motivation waits for permission. Discipline obeys purpose. Motivation obeys emotion. Discipline creates destiny. Motivation creates moments. Discipline takes you where motivation never can. Discipline will carry you forward when motivation falls silent. Stay consistent, stay committed, and keep moving no matter how you feel. Because in the end, discipline builds the life motivation only dreams about.